On day 1, I spawned as a baby diamond serpent. I was in a diamond cavern with my mom, dad, and sister. I love my family. Suddenly, someone mined into our cave.
Are those diamond serpents? These are perfect for my zoo.
Your zoo? What are you talking about? He didn't respond, instead walking up and grabbing my sister.
Leave my daughter alone!
My mom and dad ran in to attack the strange man, but he dropped my sister and began to multiply himself. He and his clones launched arrows at my parents. No matter how hard they tried, every hit they landed on him would cause more clones to spawn. They flew through the walls, making them unhittable, while continuing to launch their barrage of arrows at my helpless parents. Despite their efforts, they didn't stand a chance against the intruder. He managed to use dark magic to put my family in a cage.
Just one more to go.
Run, Max!
I did what I was told and slithered away.
Get back here!
On day 2, I slithered as fast as I could away from the illusioner. As a baby, I only had 5 hearts. I wouldn't stand a chance. I can't let him catch me! Suddenly, the blocks under me started turning to diamond.
You have powers. My, you're even more valuable than your family.
I again slithered away from the illusioner. Eventually, I dug through a patch of dirt, turning it to hard diamonds behind me. That should hold him off.
You may get away now, but I, the illusioner, will capture you.
I slithered through the caverns until I saw light at the end of the tunnel. Am I safe now? I went above ground and looked around for signs of danger, but just then, a gold pig ran up to me. Ah!
Wait, I'm friendly. My name is Goldie. I need help.
Before I knew it, we were surrounded by a pack of wolves.
There's our dinner. Get her!
The wolves ran at me red-eyed and started to bite me and Goldie with their powerful jaws. I may have only been a baby, but my diamond hearts gave me resistance against their attacks. Thanks to my hard skin, the pack of wolves were unable to bite through me. I used this to my advantage and struck back with everything I had. My fangs were small, but they were impactful. Goldie did her best to keep the wolves off my back. She used her hardened golden body to deal some serious damage to our foes. Between Goldie and I, we managed to strike down each wolf one by one. After a rough battle, we fought off the last of the hounds. Let's get out of here before more of them show up. Before my next day, I decided to take a break with this fun mobile game I just got. Life Makeover. It's a brand new simulation game that lets you live a virtual life. Whatever you want to do, you can do it whenever you want. The possibilities are endless. Check it out using the link in the description. Your new life is just a download away. In Life Makeover, you have tons of customization options for your character. There's over 20 dimensions for their face and body. You can even customize your clothing however you want, with special designs, colors, and prints. My favorite part of the game is the home system, in which you can build your home from the ground up. There's tons of options, from penthouses to tranquil farmhouses. I went with something more modern, a simple house with a small little pool. That's more my style. You can also meet other players on Life Makeover, invite them over for afternoon tea, or have an all-night party. So don't wait to download Life Makeover. Download now with the link in the description and use the code on screen to claim free rewards. Thanks Life Makeover for sponsoring the video. On day 3, I ran with Goldie away from the spot where the wolves attacked us. Are you okay?
Sort of. My family was taken away by the illusioner. I have nowhere to go now.
Mine too. We should form a team. It seems like we make a good duo.
Yeah, us rare moms gotta stick together.
Let's start by building some shelter. This area should provide a good vantage point. We began to work on our base. I wanted it to be a beautiful diamond and gold castle, and thanks to our powers, we had plenty of materials to work with. I built a grand wall with windows and marble, supported by massive shining pillars. I finished by installing some more gold paths along the walls, and the base of the castle was done. Boy, using my powers to build requires a lot of energy. This'll do for now. I went ahead and set down a crafting bench and used my excess of diamonds to make a full set of diamond tools and armor. Day 3 and I already have all of this? Nothing can stop me now. Just then, a player walked up to my base.
Wow, I've never seen so many diamonds in my life.
Right? I'm a diamond serpent, so I
have to have them.
He pulled out his sword and began to attack me. I didn't want to fight him, but he left me with no choice. Steve went at me with his stone sword and began to slash at me wildly. He swung at me like a maniac and didn't pay any mind to my armored body. Unfortunately for him, I was now armed with my very own diamond sword. Since Steve was completely armorless, he quickly realized he was outmatched. My diamond advantage was giving me the edge against the player, making me more confident to bring the fight to him. The two of us clashed sword and sword, but I was quickly beginning to overwhelm him. After a lot of back and forth, I managed to take down the player. Upon his death, he dropped some food which I picked up and ate to heal myself. Suddenly, my body began to grow bigger and my tail was even longer. I was now an adult diamond serpent and had 10 hearts. Whoa, this is amazing! I better be careful though. My base is definitely going to attract a lot more attention. On days 4 through 7, I wrapped up the finishing touches on my base and took it in. It looks amazing now. I wonder just how much cooler it'll look later. As I admired my work, I noticed that a ship had docked against the shore close to my base. Without warning, a person came up to confront me. Who are you?
We're the looters of the deep, and we've come to take your booty.
Not this again! You want my house?
I surrender.
No way! The pirates began to attack me, but little did they know I had new powers in my adult form. They charged right at me, swords and guns blazing. I fired at them with my diamond laser, blasting their bullets out of the air. Their bullets were strong, but my powers were stronger. I fought off the first wave of cutlass-wielding plunderers, but a second wave of them swam to shore. This time, they packed cannons, and I had to dodge explosive cannonballs. I was greatly outnumbered, but I was gonna stop at nothing to defend our base. We had worked so hard to build it, and we deserved a safe refuge to call our own. I wasn't about to let a group of greedy pirates take it from us so soon. I fought tooth and nail, taking down pirate after pirate with my diamond abilities. After a long fight and many hits, I took down the last pirate. Ugh, I don't feel so good. Even with my diamond armor, I had been injured. Goldie quickly ran to my side.
Oh no. Max, hang in there!
Just then, Goldie shined brightly in the sunlight and my hearts began to regenerate. Whoa, Goldie, I think you healed me.
I didn't know I could do that. I'm just happy you're okay.
Thanks to Goldie's powers, I was feeling a lot better. I noticed that the pirates had left their ship behind. Let's see what kind of treasure they have aboard. On days 8 through 10, I began to snoop around the pirate ship with Goldie to see what sorts of secrets it held inside. As I searched, I found a chest that contained a shield. This'll help keep us safe. Suddenly, I heard a massive splash come from outside of the ship. I slithered out and watched as a giant serpent emerged from the ocean. Who are you?
My name is the World Serpent, and I'm the protector of all rare mobs.
Maybe you can help me then. How do I defeat the Illusioner?
The Illusioner has the charm of invincibility, which makes him immune to all attacks, so that is impossible.
How am I supposed to save my family then? The World Serpent suddenly gave me a vision.
You must gather the power of the 6 rare mobs and seek out the Diamond Trident. With this weapon, you will be able to overcome the charm of invincibility and defeat the Illusioner. But be warned, the Diamond Trident is guarded by a vicious basilisk.
Just then, I snapped back to reality. Wait, are Goldie and I considered part of the Chosen Six?
That is correct. You must now seek out the Emerald Golem, Redstone Panda, Lapis Dolphin, and Netherite Blaze. Good luck.
With that, the serpent vanished. After they left, Goldie ran up to me.
I overheard we're chosen ones? We should go find that trident now.
But we're too weak to defeat the basilisk.
Says you. I'm gonna go get that trident and save my mom.
Goldie ran off and I slithered after her. On days 11 through 13, I was chasing Goldie to stop her from doing something dangerous. I ran until suddenly I took the wrong turn and lost her trail. I can't keep going like this. I have to regroup. I returned back to my base to gather myself when I was suddenly stopped by a stone gargoyle.
Hey pal, beat it. This here's my territory.
I'm sorry, man, but I've already done a lot of work, and moving it would be very difficult.
I wasn't asking.
The gargoyle attacked me, leaving me no choice but to fight back. The gargoyle charged me, and his speed was shocking. He was faster than he looked, using his agility and strength to smash into me with the force of a boulder. I used my diamond laser against him, but the bright beams of light weren't enough to pierce his rocky body. He waved his stone fist in the air, pounding me into the ground. To make matters worse, he flew up in the air and crashed down on me like a meteor. I batted at him with my diamond sword, but I couldn't make a crack in his solid body. I fought the gargoyle with all of my might, but without Goldie's regenerative abilities, my health was dropping quickly. I can't die here! Not yet! I didn't want to, but I was forced to flee my base.
That's right, you diamond chump. This is my base now.
On days 14 through 18, I was without a base and without my friend. I need to find a way to get the intruder out. As I traveled, I came across an emerald village that appeared to be abandoned. What's going on here? Just then, an emerald villager came out of nowhere.
Capture the Diamond Serpent!
What? The villager attacked me, but I knew they were definitely acting strange. They mindlessly barreled forward, almost as if they were a zombie. This didn't mean they weren't tough though. The villager used an emerald sword that packed a punch, and even an emerald projectile. I did my best to dodge both, but they were still able to get quite a few hits in. At this rate, I was gonna lose, so I fought them off and fled into a nearby forest. I explored the wilderness and I discovered a beam of light coming from an old well. What's going on here? Just then, a horde of corrupted emerald villagers led by the emerald golem came out of nowhere. Wait, you're the chosen emerald golem I was seeking!
All hail the illusioner.
The emerald golem attacked me and I knew something was wrong. They're under the illusioner's spell. I need to break it. The golem charged me. They were extremely strong. I had no choice but to use my shield, which did a great job of blocking the blows, but I could only hold on for so long. I chipped at it with my diamond sword, realizing its weakness was our height difference. As long as I stayed low to the ground, I could dodge its attacks almost effortlessly and slash at its ankles. With one final blow, I managed to knock the emerald golem down. Suddenly, the corruptive energy from the well vanished and everyone returned to normal.
What happened?
The illusioner attacked this place. I need your help to take him down.
Anyone who messes with my village is an enemy of me. You got yourself a deal. Call me Emery.
As a gift of thanks, I was rewarded with a new emerald axe. Thanks, Emery! Let's go back to my base. On days 19 through 21, I returned home to my base with Emery and the emerald axe. I returned to find that the entrances to my base had been gated off. The gargoyle stood atop my diamond walls and taunted me.
Looks like the diamond chump has returned. Don't you remember what I told you?
Oh, I think you're gonna remember who this place really belongs to.
What you gonna do from down there? Hiss at me?
And nobody makes fun of my friend like that.
With amazing strength, Emery busted down their barricade. We stormed the castle to take it back. I used my diamond laser to shoot at the gargoyle while Emery went in close with her fists. Unlike before, the gargoyle was too focused on my ally to attack me. I used this to my advantage and smacked them down with my emerald axe and diamond sword. Emery's golem strength was enough to crack into the gargoyle's rock exterior, leaving him open to more of my attacks. Now was my chance. I fired my diamond laser at the gargoyle's weakened exterior, doing massive damage to him. We had him cowering. He was afraid of Emery's strength and my emerald axe. After finding his weakness, this fight was no sweat. I was guaranteed to win my base back. The gargoyle got in a few good hits with their powerful fists, but I wasn't gonna give up this time. I kept up my attacks and gradually got an edge on the intruder. With the new emerald axe and Emery on my side, I took down the gargoyle easily. Great teamwork, Em! After beating the gargoyle, I gained 5 more hearts. I was getting stronger in no time. After resting a bit, I decided to expand the base. I made Emery her own emerald tower, complete with her own flower garden out front.
Thank you so much. I love Poppy.
I then set up a plot of farmland so we'd have a decent source of food. Plenty of veggies and fruit to go around. Lastly, I made some changes to the pirate ship. It wasn't going anywhere, so I decided to give it my own flair. I outlined it with gold and emerald accents, then filled it in with diamond blocks. After a lot of work, it looked incredible. Now this is a ship fit for a diamond serpent. Though, as I stared longer at the gold blocks around my base, they reminded me of my missing friend. I hope Goldie is okay. Just then, an adorable hamster ran in crying for help. On days 22 through 25, I listened to the hamster's plight.
Please help! A horrible guardian has killed my family!
Oh no, I'm so sorry. What can I do to help?
Well, you could get revenge for me and kill the guardian.
That's a little dark.
If you do it, I'll tell you a super cool secret I know.
Oh, nice! I love secrets. You got yourself a deal. The hamster gave me a map that led right to the Guardian. When I got there, I discovered it was a cave that went super deep. It was super hot down there, with molten lava pools everywhere. If I fall in, I'd be melted down to nothing. I gotta be careful here. Suddenly, a roar echoed throughout the cave and the Guardian appeared.
I am the guardian of these caverns. You will fall before my might.
Or so you think. We fought diamond against diamond. His sword crashed into me, but my teeth cracked into him. His shield was strong and blocked most of my attacks, but my laser pierced through. The Guardian had powerful armor just like me, so the battle seemed to go on for ages. This is getting nowhere! Just then, I had a brilliant idea. I began to pressure the oversized boss closer and closer to the edge of the lava. Finally, I pushed him over the edge into the molten liquid below and won the battle. Time to find out that secret! On days 26 through 28, I made my way back to the hamster to tell them the good news.
Thank you so much, mister. Now I'll spill my secret. I saw a golden pig headed towards the basilisk den a few days ago.
Oh no, that sounds like Goldie. Can you show me where the den is? The hamster handed me a map, but before I could leave, Emery stopped me.
You're going to the basilisk now?
Yeah, but I know better than to fight it right now. I need to find my friend.
Good. Well, just keep in mind, don't look at the basilisk eyes. If you do, you'll be turned to stone.
Noted. Thanks for the warning. With that, I left the base and went in search of my friend. After a lot of traveling, I finally arrived at the basilisk den. The place was dark and creepy and had a massive statue of a snake. This is eerie. I walked through the area, but when I turned the corner, I saw a stone pig. Ah! Goldie! No! The horrible basilisk began to emerge from its cave. I quickly looked away before it could turn me into stone too. If I stay here, I'll end up like Goldie. I have to retreat. I quickly slithered away. I had to think of a new plan if I wanted to save Goldie. On days 29 through 31, I arrived back at the base to find Emery was badly wounded. Who did this to you? Emery suddenly ran away and the hamster waddled around the corner.
Aw, I thought surely the basilisk would have taken care of you.
The small ball of fur suddenly mutated into the illusioner. It was a trap! Get out of my base!
Not without my rare mobs.
The illusioner began to make clones of himself just like he did with my parents. The illusioner took aim with his bow, shooting multiple arrows at once. Somehow, all the arrows were able to hit me. I tried to retaliate with my own diamond attacks, but he was a tricky fighter. His illusions even phased through my walls. Which one is the real one? I knew I couldn't keep this up, so I decided to change my course of action. I used my diamond laser to cut through all of them. This was very effective, hitting all of my targets at once to deduce the real one. But their arrows were still real. There were too many of them. I was fighting a losing battle, and I needed the diamond trident if I wanted to stand a chance. I did everything I could, but as long as he had the charm invincibility, there was no stopping him. I thought I was finished, but suddenly he stopped his attacks.
I sense that my goons are calling me. Very well. I'll be back for you two later.
The illusioner vanished and I rushed to Emery's side. Quick, eat this! I handed her some food and she healed up back to normal. We need to find the last 3 rare mobs and save Goldie before the illusioner finishes us. On days 32 through 35, before heading out on my journey, I knew the base needed to be reinforced heavily. I used my handy diamond pickaxe to gather loads and loads of obsidian. Using my new supply of obsidian, I began to build massive barriers around the base so mobs couldn't just walk right through. Next, I made a massive security tower so that we could monitor the outside of the base. Finally, I added traps around the outside to stop intruders in their tracks. With that, my security upgrades were completed. This should take care of the intruder problems for now. As I watched over my work, Emery climbed up to me.
I'll stay here and guard the base while you look for a cure for Goldie.
Sounds like a plan, but you'll need some gear first. I went out and killed some spiders and chickens for string and feathers. Afterwards, I crafted Emery a bow, some arrows, and a set of diamond armor to keep her protected.
Thanks, Max. Now, go find that cure.
You got it! On days 36 through 38, I traveled across the lands and discovered a mysterious abandoned tower. This looks like it could be useful. I went inside and found a cauldron room with a note sitting on a lectern. I picked up the letter to see what it said. Potion of Whimsy. Cornflowers, gray wool, mimicream. Combine into the cauldron and brew. Could this be the cure I'm looking for? I better find everything on this list. I began searching for the ingredients and found a plains biome full of cornflowers and a herd of sheep. 2 birds with 1 stone. I started gathering as many cornflowers as I could when out of nowhere a swarm of bees started to attack me.
Hands off our flowers, bud.
I don't even have hands! Ah! I ran away and hid inside a cave where they couldn't find me. Just then, I noticed a gray sheep was standing next to me, but he was looking a little down.
I feel like a dark cloud is over my head.
Maybe this could help. I sheared off the sheep's gray fur and he started to dance around.
I feel lighter! I'm liberated!
The sheep pranced off and I now officially had 2 of the 3 ingredients. I just need mimicream, but how do I get that? Suddenly, a massive mimicube emerged from the cave behind me.
This is my cave! Intruders will die!
The mimicube attacked me and I took out my diamond sword to fight back. The mimicube was fast. He mimicked my diamond coating in all of my weapons. It was like fighting against my clone. I struck him with my emerald axe, but he formed one that was equally powerful. Hey, hands off! I earned this gear for myself! He bounced around so quickly, making it difficult to hit him. I sliced at him with my diamond sword, but he sliced back with a mimicked one. We clashed weapons, but in the end, he was too squishy to hold against me. After a fierce battle, I managed to slay the oversized cube and claimed the last item I needed, Mimic Cream. Time to make this cure. On days 39 through 41, I returned to the tower and got to work on the brew. Here goes nothing. I tossed all the ingredients I had into the cauldron and suddenly the room began to shake. I vanished into thin air and reappeared inside of the nether. That brew just made a portal? I guess I have to find a different cure for Goldie. I looked around and discovered that I was in front of another structure. I decided to go inside and take a closer look. There, I spotted a netherite blaze mixing potions in a cauldron. Wait, are you a netherite blaze?
The one and only. Call me Neville.
I've actually been looking for rare mobs like you. I quickly explained my mission to gather 6 rare mobs to stop the illusioner, as well as my quest to find a cure for Goldie.
I don't know about this illusioner guy, but I am a potion maker. I can mix a cure for your golden friend.
Really?
Of course. Just give me a diamond apple, and I'll have that cure ready in no time.
Neville handed me a map, and I set off in search of the diamond apple tree. On days 42 through 45, I followed the map I had gotten and arrived at a diamond area inside of the nether. Waiting at the center was a diamond apple tree. This must be it! I rushed to grab it, but the diamond guardian stepped in front of me.
I am the guardian of the diamond apple tree. You will fall before my might.
You again? I thought I defeated you!
It takes more than that to break a diamond.
Well, I'm literally made of diamonds too, so we're homies, right?
What is this homie you speak of? Prove yourself to me in battle.
Sheesh, whatever you say, dude. The massive warrior attacked, and I prepared myself for battle. The golem's sword was stronger and heavier than our last fight. Could he have gotten more powerful? I swung at him with my emerald axe, but he blocked it with his netherite shield. I had to chip away at him, cracking him slightly, but the heat reformed him. I realized if I wanted to win this fight, I'd have to be extra aggressive. Thanks to my diamond serpent powers, I managed to win the duel.
You are strong. You may take an apple from the tree.
I claimed the apple I needed for Neville and took an extra just in case. An apple a day keeps the illusioner away. With that, I returned to Neville's home and to my horror, discovered that he was captured by one of the illusioner's goons.
Finally, I found the netherite blaze. The illusioner will be pleased.
Not if I have anything to say about it. On days 46 through 48, I confronted the goon that had captured my friend. Leave him alone.
The diamond serpent is here too? Oh boy, I'm gonna get a raise for this.
The goon and I charged at each other and clashed. The goon raised up into the air and shot searing embers at me. No one told me that he was a fire mage. I blasted him with my laser, but he dodged and lit me ablaze with his fists. We duked it out and I used all the strength I had available, but his punches were too hot. I ran into the fortress. I had to hide. Despite my efforts, he was unlike anything else I had faced. I was beginning to lose the battle. I can't die here. I have to save my family, Neville, and Goldie. I remembered the extra diamond apple I had gathered and ate it. To my surprise, I began to transform into something even stronger. My body grew longer, my jaw got even bigger, and I gained 10 hearts. Whoa, I wonder what new tricks I have up my sleeve. I jumped back into the fray and began to shoot powerful diamond skulls. I created more distance between me and my enemy, and was able to attack with strong ranged attacks. The goon was no match for my strength. I managed to take him down once and for all. Once the dust settled, I broke Neville out of his prison.
You did it! Thank you so much!
No problem. Oh, and here's the apple you needed. I gave Neville the last diamond apple I had and he got to work on the cure. After a while, he came back and handed me a potion. Now I can finally save Goldie. Thank you.
Anything for you. After all, you saved my life.
Well, would you consider joining my cause to take down the illusioner?
Say no more. You got yourself a new teammate.
On days 49 through 52, I returned to the base with Neville.
This place is beautiful. How does it not attract attention?
Believe me, it does. Neville went to look around, so I got to work on his very own room. I made sure it was mainly constructed of nether materials so that he could be reminded of home. I even added a cauldron and books so he could keep making potions.
Whoa! This is even better than my old tower. Take this.
Neville gave me a few netherite ingots for the trouble. With my new materials, I quickly went to my smithing table and upgraded my gear. Now I'm even stronger than Diamond. Afterwards, I added netherite accents around the base to signify the newest member of our team. Finally, I used my excess diamond to start building a diamond serpent statue as a reminder of my family. I'm coming for you guys. With that, my expansion was completed. Time to save Goldie. On days 53 through 55, I headed back to the Basilisk Den to save Goldie from her stone prison. I carefully navigated the area until I heard snoring coming from the den. The Basilisk must be asleep. I just have to stay quiet. Here goes nothing. I threw down the cure onto her and suddenly her stone exterior transformed back into vibrant gold. The cure had worked!
Oh my gosh, I'm gold again! I can feel my toes!
Shh! Goldie had been too loud and woke up the Basilisk. Run! Goldie and I ran for our lives from the horrific Basilisk. I didn't dare look back, as one wrong look would turn me into stone. The bee shot projectiles at Goldie and me from behind, and we dodged and weaved to the best of our abilities. Suddenly, I spotted a hiding spot. Goldie and I jumped into the hiding spot and narrowly escaped the Basilisk's attacks. Ooh, that was close.
I'm sorry for everything. We better start looking for the other rare mobs so we can take down the Basilisk.
About that, I took Goldie back to the base where Neville and Emery were waiting. Goldie, this is Neville and Emery.
You already found 2 more? Well, you're not the only one with good news. Check out what I found.
Goldie tossed over a strange letter and I picked it up. The village of Lapis Lazuli is lost to time, hidden deep beneath a sea of brine. This must be related to the Lapis Dolphin.
And it looks like we have a ship. Let's go.
On days 60 through 63, Goldie and I boarded our ship and set off in search of the lost Lapis City. The voyage took days, but with my friend Goldie, things were a lot more fun. As we rested for the night, Goldie and I were suddenly awoken by a mysterious sound. What's that? I went to check it out and discovered that a ghost pirate ship was floating right next to us.
Leave these waters at once. They belong to us.
No way! We're just minding our own business!
Then face the wrath of the ghost pirates.
The ghosts flew aboard our ship and began to swarm me. I had to defend the ship. I used my Dreadlich staff to shoot diamond skulls at the ghosts above. Whenever they got in close, I smashed away at them with my emerald axe and netherite sword, dealing loads of damage. I managed to take out one ghost after the other, but more flew in to take their place. I continued my onslaught while they went at me with their own powerful attacks. I would have been a goner, but with Goldie nearby, I kept regenerating my health. Just then, I spotted a glowing fire ghost setting the ship ablaze. They're sinking this place! Abandoned ship! Goldie and I plunged in the water and I swam with ease. Goldie, on the other hand, struggled.
I can't swim! I can't swim!
I rushed to help her, but a ghost hit me with a powerful attack. Everything went black. On days 64 through 66, I woke up inside of the Lapis City. What? How did I get here?
I brought you here.
Just then, the Lapis Dolphin swam up to me. Wait a sec, I was looking for you.
Well, it looks like the ghost pirates found you first. Luckily, I'm able to give you water breathing with my powers. My name is Lucas.
I'm Max. What about my friend Goldie?
I'm sure the ghosts have already taken her by now. They've been terrorizing my people.
If I help you take these ghosts down, will you team up with me?
You got yourself a deal.
With our agreement made, I followed Lucas towards the ghost headquarters to save my friend in Lapis City. On days 67 through 70, Lucas and I swam through the ocean looking for the ghost headquarters. In the distance, I spotted a sunken pirate ship with ghosts all around it. That must be the place. We swam up to it, when suddenly the ghosts turned and started attacking us. They had us in numbers and swarmed us like flies. Their attacks dealt lots of damage, so we had to do our best to evade them. I used my Dreadlich staff to shoot diamond skull projectiles at the horde of ghosts while Lucas went in close with his lapis sword. With both of our powers combined, we began to take out ghost after ghost. Even so, more flew in to help. They seemed to be endless. We tried to fight them off, but they just kept coming. How many of you are there?
Quick, get inside!
We hightailed it past the swarm of ghosts and into the sunken ship. Once we were safe, we looked around and saw a massive hoard of treasure. Wow, I've never seen so many valuables. Just then, the ghost pirate captain appeared before us.
What do you think you're doing? You will pay for trespassing onto my ship.
The ghost pirate captain attacked us. He was able to summon fangs from the ground below, forcing Lucas and I to swim high to avoid his attacks. I swung my netherite sword at him, giving it everything I had to take down the oversized bag of bones. But he retaliated with a powerful punching attack. Each hit he managed to land sent me flying in the opposite direction. I had to do my best to evade his attacks, otherwise I'd never be able to close the gap between us. Whenever I was at a distance, I shot at him with my Dreadlich staff and diamond beam. Little by little, I was able to chip away at the captain. We fought and fought, but with Lucas by my side, we began to get the upper hand. After a tough fight, the ghost pirate captain was finally defeated. Whew, that was a close one. Now let's keep looking for. In an instant, the ghost pirate captain reappeared.
Ghosts are already dead, dummy. You'll never get my treasure.
We don't want your treasure. We just want my friend back, and for you to leave the Lapis village alone.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
The captain stopped his attack and returned Goldie. Goldie, I'm so glad you're safe.
Me too. Luckily, I have these potions of water breathing.
Thank you, Max. The Lapis dolphins are forever in your debt.
With Goldie back by my side, we swam back to the base with the Lapis dolphins' grace. On days 71 through 73, I returned to my base with Goldie and my new dolphin ally. Goldie went to rest while I got started on making Lucas an area for him to live in. I mined tons of Lapis to turn his new home into a water wonderland.
Wow, Max! This is better than I'd imagined. Thank you.
No worries. With loads more Lapis blocks to utilize, I decided to add the blue accents in my base along with a cool new pool for everyone to enjoy.
Woo! Thank you for teaching me how to swim, Emery.
No problem, Goldie! Woohoo!
I'm glad it's already getting some use. While looking for more ways to touch up my build, I was suddenly visited by a wandering trader.
Hello, adventurer. I see you are blessed with many riches. Would you be interested in a trade?
A trade, huh? What you got?
Many things.
The trader began laying down a few items he was willing to sell, but there was only one thing that caught my eye. Is that a map?
Oh, but of course. Legend has it that this map could lead you to a very rare redstone mob.
Redstone mob? I'll take it. How much do you want for it? I'll give you endless riches. The trader refused my offer and instead was seeking something even more valuable.
Love.
Love?
Yes, my girlfriend is trapped in a tower by the Illusioner. If you can save her, the map is all yours.
You got it! With my new mission in hand, I headed to the tower the wandering trader had mentioned. When I arrived, I found it was being guarded by a giant monster.
Halt, Diamond Serpent. Go back the way you came or perish.
Not gonna happen! Bring it on! The golem charged me, striking down with his hammer. I used my diamond laser, but he blocked it with his shield. When I had distance, I used my dreadlich staff to shoot diamond skulls at his face. His nether fire was hot as lava and almost melted my armor off. Youch! This was one of my most difficult fights yet. It was a test of endurance to see who would crack first. But as I came close to thinking it was over for me, the golem shattered into pieces. After defeating the guard, I rushed to the entrance to find the trader's girlfriend locked in a cage.
Help me, Diamond Serpent!
Don't worry, I'll save you! I quickly broke down the bars and we escaped the tower. After a lot of traveling, we made it back to the base and I reunited the couple.
Thank you, Diamond Serpent. Here is the map to the secret mob, as promised.
Just as he was about to drop the clue, his girlfriend began laughing maniacally.
Huh? What's so funny, love?
Suddenly, the trader's girlfriend transformed into the Illusioner and killed the wandering trader.
You'll never find that redstone panda.
The Illusioner quickly grabbed the map and disappeared. No! On days 77 through 80, I appeared inside of a desert biome. I was completely lost and all alone. The Illusioner must have teleported me here. I need to find a way back home quickly. I navigated the desert biome in search of any clues to my home's whereabouts. Eventually, I found a desert village. I'm sure someone there could help. I slithered towards the village and suddenly the diamond golem from before dropped down in front of me.
I am the guardian of this desert village. You will fall before my might.
Dude, can't you let me through this one time?
Yeah, okay. I'm supposed to be on vacation anyway. See ya.
Thanks, homie. I entered the village and suddenly a strange man came up to me.
Are you made of real diamonds?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, can I play you a song?
Sure, I love music. The man began to play a song on his flute, but I started to feel a bit weird. Before I knew it, I was in a trance. He was a snake charmer.
Fool! Any serpent that hears my melody is under my control.
He used his abilities to charm me towards an unknown location.
I'm going to get rich off of you.
What's happening? I can't control my body. Oh no! On days 81 through 84, I was led to a new location by the snake charmer. He charmed me into a cage where I was surrounded by tons of other rare mobs.
I'll be back for you later.
The snake charmer left and I looked around to find that the redstone panda was trapped in the cage next to me. Hey, what's going on here?
I'm Rex. The snake charmer is planning to sell all of us rare mobs to the Illusioner.
We can't let him do that.
I agree. I'm planning on escaping tonight, but I need someone to distract the snake charmer's guard dog.
I could take care of that, but only if you're willing to join my team.
You got yourself a deal.
What about the other mobs?
Don't save those guys. They're super evil.
Oh. Yeah, it's best we leave them. We waited until nightfall and began our escape plan. Rex broke out of his cage and broke me out as well. We began to sneak our way towards the exit when we spotted the guard dog waiting.
You got this.
I slithered out in front of the dog and caught its attention with my diamond scales. Come and get me! The dog charged me and I fought him off while Rex moved ahead. I was resilient, but things were getting heated quickly. A little help here?
No way. See ya.
Rex ran off, leaving me alone with the guard dog. That jerk left me for dead! On days 85 through 88, I was in the middle of the battle with the guard dog. He had powerful fangs that dug into my diamond armor like knives. I used my Dreadlich staff to send diamond skull projectiles at the speedy hound. Whenever he got in close, I slashed him down with my netherite sword. He was strong, but he was no match for my power. After a fierce battle, I managed to take the guard dog out and continued forward. As I traveled, I discovered Rex stuck in a trap.
Help! I'm sinking deeper into the webs!
Why should I help you after what happened? Suddenly, the snake charmer came out of nowhere.
My money! You get back to your cage!
He took out his flute and tried to charm me with his melody again.
Oh no, you don't!
Rex shot out a powerful fire attack that caused the snake charmer to get scared and run away. Thanks for the help back there.
Of course. I should have helped you earlier. I'm sorry for leaving you.
It's alright. Let's work together from now on. I helped Rex out of the trap and officially had the final member of my rare mob team. Let's go home! On days 89 through 92, I returned to my base, and to my relief, all of my friends were safe and sound.
We managed to get the Illusioner off our tail for now, but there's not much time.
Then there's no time to waste. Let's take down the Basilisk and get the Diamond Trident.
But how are we supposed to defeat what we can't look at?
Rex then gave everyone a potion of true sight.
We should all be immune to the Basilisk's gaze, but it's temporary, so we have to be quick.
Perfect! Time to take down the Basilisk. While Lucas guarded the base, we traveled to the Basilisk's den to end things once and for all. Upon arrival, I shouted for the Basilisk's attention. Hey, you big dumb monster! Come out and face me! Just then, the Basilisk growled and crawled out of its cave. For the first time, we got a look at the great monster. It was massive, and its eyes sent chills down my spine. You're going down! The Basilisk lunged at us. The oversized bird glared at us with his powerful stare, but thanks to Rex's potion, we weren't turned to stone. Instead, the Basilisk's gaze dealt damage and made me sick to my stomach. Despite this, I retaliated with everything I had. I avoided eye contact and I shot diamond skulls at it with my Dreadlich staff. Meanwhile, my friends went in close to deal lots of damage. Even with the Basilisk outnumbered, it was able to use powerful projectiles that sent both me and my allies flying. I kept up my attacks, using my diamond laser to chip the bird away from afar, and my netherite sword and emerald axe to smash into them up close. After a long fight, I managed to take down the Basilisk. I did it! My friends waited for me outside and I headed deeper into the den. There, I found the Diamond Trident impaled on an altar. I walked up and claimed it. Suddenly, I began to grow stronger. The power of the Diamond Trident surged through me, causing me to gain 10 more hearts and the strength of the Trident. Whoa, sweet! The Illusioner doesn't stand a chance!
Or so you think.
Suddenly, the Illusioner appeared in front of me. On days 93 through 94, I confronted the Illusioner.
Oh, Maxwell, you believe yourself to be so clever, don't you? You managed to defeat my Basilisk and claim the Diamond Trident. But I still have one more trick up my sleeve.
In an instant, the Illusioner teleported me to a field where my mom was trapped in a cage. Mom!
Max, be careful!
The Illusioner then casted a strange spell on my mom, causing her to shrink. At the same time, he grew larger and more powerful, transforming into a super Illusioner. What have you done?
I drained the delicious, delectable power from this Diamond Serpent and took it for myself.
The Illusioner landed a surprise attack on me, and with his new strength, it nearly killed me in one hit. I fled as quickly as I could. I need to defeat him and save my family before it's too late. On days 95 through 98, I returned to the base where I got to work on the final touches of our home. First, I made a room for the redstone panda. Rex was a fan of the beach, so I made him a redstone dome out of water for him to enjoy. Next, I added redstone around the base itself. The base now consisted of all 6 of our rare materials. With that, our super valuable base was completed. I can't wait for our families to see this. After the base was finished, I made all of the necessary preparations needed for the battle ahead. I made sure to gather plenty of food and that my armor was strong enough to withstand what I had to face ahead. Once I was done, I gathered all of my allies for our final farewells. Thank you all for everything. I'm gonna end this.
You sure we can't come with you?
It's too dangerous. Stay here and keep things safe. Before I left, Emery had one last thing to say.
Take this. It's a map to the Illusioner's base I've been working on.
You're a lifesaver. Time for me to end this. On day 99, I followed the map and arrived at the Illusioner's base. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. I moved in closer towards the entrance when suddenly a horde of his goons popped out of nowhere. Out of my way! I charged in and clashed with the goons. Nothing was gonna stop me from completing my mission. The army came at me in a swarm. The pillagers shot at me with crossbows from afar while the ravagers came in close with their horns for massive damage. I kept them at bay with my Dreadlich staff and shot my diamond ray to do additional damage. Whenever I had a chance, I pummeled them with my netherite sword and emerald axe. They fell one after the other, but more ran out to take their fallen allies' place. I fought and fought, but no matter how many goons I took out, more kept coming. I can't keep up! Just then, all of my rare mob friends arrived to help me. What are you doing here?
We're here to save you! Go on ahead, we'll hold these guys off!
I did what I was told and pushed inside of the base towards the Illusioner himself. On day 100, I arrived inside of the Illusioner's chambers. The Illusioner stood waiting for me, surrounded by cages of rare mobs he had captured. Inside one of them was my family. Mom! Dad! Sister! I'll be there soon!
It's cute to think you can still save them.
Of course I can! I have the power of the Diamond Trident on my side!
Even with that pesky weapon, you're no match for my strength. Your quest ends here.
The Illusioner came at me with all of his power, and I braced myself for the final battle. He duplicated himself and began to fire a barrage of arrows at me. Although I was up against a one-man army, I knew I had to end this now. I was now armed with numerous abilities to keep him at bay, and I gave it all I had. I shot diamond skulls from my lich staff and diamond rays to dwindle down his hearts. My diamond skulls were able to locate the real Illusioner, which gave me a chance to aim my new weapon. I used my legendary diamond trident and threw it at the Illusioner. It was able to pierce through the clones and deal massive damage. Hit after hit, the magician grew weaker. The battle was fierce, but I managed to defeat the Illusioner once and for all. Woohoo! Don't forget to download Life Makeover today using the link in the description, and use the code on screen to claim free rewards. Thanks Life Makeover for sponsoring the video.